once again, thank you so much for honoring our invitation for this particular event. We are very glad that you've come on time. We are very sorry for starting a little bit late. For some reasons, we are starting in a belatedly, but I'm sure we shall catch up somewhere and we will follow the agenda accordingly. I would first like to check if we all speak Kinyarwanda. If yes, I will go for our mother language, but if not, I will mix. So I see someone doing like this, meaning yes. Let me go for English. And now I would also want to check if there is also someone who doesn't listen English. Niba hari umuntu uri mu cyumba utumva icyongereza yatubwira kugira ngo tworohereze protocole tumenye ukuntu badufasha. Arimo ntagire ikibazo yatubwira kugira ngo tumuhe umuntu wamufasha nubwo tuza kugenda tuvanga indimi zombi. Yes, urakoze cyane. Umuntu mwicaranye araza kugufasha aho ntaza kuba nakoze incamake, ariko ndaza kugerageza ku buryo tujyana neza. Thank you so much and welcome to this event. We are here to launch our Smartinput technology with aim of really show you how agri-research we are also contributing to bring solutions in agriculture. Our aim is to make this technology available to all the stakeholders that are involved in agriculture and also environmental services. Without further ado, I would love to take you through a little bit on the agenda of today, and then we kick start. Mu magambo make nari mpaye ikaze abantu bose babashije kugera ahangaha, mbabwira n'impamvu duteraniye ahangaha ko ari kugira ngo tumurike ku mugaragaro buno buryo bwa Smart Input buzadufasha mu buhinzi bwacu ndetse no mu bindi bikorwa birebana no kurengera ibidukikije. On our agenda, we are doing registration. People are still coming. They will also catch up as they are coming. Now, after that, we're going to do a round of introductions because we want to know who is in the room so that we can, in the end, connect and network. After that round of introductions, we will invite our CEO. If I continue saying our, I'm part of agri-research team. So Abdu will do the opening remark, telling us why this technology and how this technology is going to be useful in our daily activities as farmers. So after that, we shall then go for a very interesting and the most awaited point for this day. Our colleague Gilbert will take us through how this technology works. So we shall have enough time to follow and also do maybe some practices. In that particular moment, people will continue taking tea and coffee, and we shall also have time for questions and answers. But before reaching there, this agenda might be adjusted slightly depending on the availability of who we want to say something. So do not be surprised if you see the first person, the agenda comes last. So we shall have also a speech from a MasterCard Foundation, and also we have a farmer representative in the room who will also share their experience on behalf of farmers. We have University of Rwanda in the room. They have played a tremendous role in this particular journey since we were at university. That's where we got the inspiration of investing in technology and innovation. So they also share with us their contribution to technology in agriculture. And also the representative of Minister of Agriculture will also give his or her closing remark. I'm Jean-Marie Ntakirutimana. I'm part of Agri Research team, and today I'll be facilitating the discussions. Thank you so much. I would invite the protocol to help us to pass the microphone so that we know who is in the room. So we are not a very big team, and it's also good for us to really be free and ask and interact as much as we can. Nari maze kuvuga ibyo dufite ku murongo w'uyu munsi. Turatangira twumva ijambo ry'umuyobozi mukuru wa Agri Research aza kutubwira impamvu y'iki gikorwa ndetse n'uburyo iri koranabuhanga rikora. Nyuma yaho turaza noneho guhabwa umwanya uhagije wo kugira ngo babitwereke ukuntu bikora. Mu gihe abantu bakomeza baza barafata icyayi ndetse n'ikawa, turaza kugira umwanya w'ibibazo kuri iyo presentation yo kutwereka uko iri koranabuhanga rikora. Hanyuma nibidukundira turaza kugira n'umwanya wo guha ijambo MasterCard Foundation nka bamwe mu bafatanyabikorwa b'iki gikorwa. Hanyuma dufite umuhinzi uhagarariye abandi n'abaraza kutubwira imbamutima ziwe, ariko nk'abanyeshuri turi ku ishuri aho twakuye igitekerezo cyangwa nk'uko twatojwe, Kaminuza y'u Rwanda yadutozaga gushobora kuzana udushya mu buhinzi, ari nayo mpamvu nayo iri hano kugira ngo baze kubiduhamiriza. Hanyuma tuze gusoza twumva uhagarariye Minisiteri y'Ubuhinzi n'Ubworozi naba ahari, hanyuma dusoze igikorwa. Murakoze cyane, reka twibwirane.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gribert Benimana. I'm ICT Director at Agri Research Unguka Limited. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Theodore Kwambazman, Director of Extension and Advisor Services at Agri Research Unguka Limited. Thank you.
Mwaramutse. Nitwa Mukayo Helena, umuhinzi waturutse mu murenge wa Gataraga, akarere ka Musanze.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eric Mimana Demezo. I'm part of Agri Research in Marketing and Communication Department.
Bonjour. Murakoze, urimi ntagiye ndugo ntanumva cyane. Okay, thank you so much. I'm Abdou Sanase. I'm the CEO of Agri Research Unguka Limited. We are honored to be with you today in this event. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hausa Lightburn, and I'm here from E4 Impact. That's Entrepreneurship for Impact.
Naramutseho. Nitwa Kayirisa Caritas, nkorana n'ishami ry'umuryango w'abibumbye ryita ku bihingwa n'ibiribwa FAO mu magambo ahinnye. Nishimiye kubana namwe rero uyu munsi nanjye. Murakoze.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Davis Mujira. I'm from Spiderbit, the company behind Ihaho platform, if you're familiar with it. And I'm honored to be part of the launch of this as our partners in the agriculture sector. Thank you.
Good morning. Because I'm a lecturer, I think I should be standing up. Yeah, Dr. Alexander Tikanga. I'm standing in for the College of Agriculture, University of Rwanda, of course, particularly standing in for Dr. Gyumnyagatare, the principal of the college, who would have loved to be here among us, but didn't manage to make it. But I am in for all people you know at Kavem. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Ildefonso Mnyashaka working at the IPRC Musanze. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Runziza Rita. I'm working for Rwanda Agriculture and Animal Resources Board, RAB. Thank you.
Baramutse. Nitwa Andrew Gashayija. Nturutse muri Kilimo Trust. Agri Research turakorana utuntu twinshi. Murakoze.
Good morning. My name is Jarik Masengesha. I am from Spiderbit. I come from Spiderbit. I'm sales and marketing manager of Yahoo.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Sengiumva. I am Research and Innovation Director at Agri Research Unguka Limited. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Innocent Nizeyimana, Marketing Manager at Agri Research Unguka Limited. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Ragwa Muchakirangelo. I am a student at Yora Kavem and I am president of Agri Research Club. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the introductions. Maybe I didn't say my profession. I'm a farmer, by the way. Yes, I'm a farmer. Yes, and I like to be a farmer.
Good morning. I am Rurangoja Lambert, and I work at RAB as the advisor to the Director General. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lambert. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Let's now move on with our program, but we also welcome those who are following us online. But before we invite our CEO, there is another colleague who has just joined. Kindly just introduce your names and the organization you're working for.
Thank you so much. Good morning. My name is Mrekezi Jean-Pierre. I work for CNFA Rwanda, Hingawunguka activity. I'm happy to be with you in this special event. Thank you.
We are also happy to have you in this event. Thank you so much. Abdu, kindly come and tell us why this event and why this smart input technology. You are most welcome.
Good morning once again. Aramutse neza. Turishimye cyane. Vraiment turishimye kubona invitations mwazitabiriye byadushimishije. Ndabona witwa Hausa ntabwo yumva ikinyarwanda, muranyemerera mvuge mu cyongereza, ariko wenda iyo wishimye cyane iwacu ukoresha ikinyarwanda. Turanezerewe cyane vraiment. Turishimye kuba mwahageze muri event, iyo mutaje event bigeze ku musozo. Okay, thank you so much. Dear advisor to DG Lab, dear Hausa from E for Impact, dear Caritas from FO and other distinguished guests. Good morning. Yeah, I'm Abdul Sanase. I'm the founder and the CEO of Agri Research Unguka Limited. I'm really excited and welcome you to this landmark event, this launch of Smart Input. Briefly, before I want to go into details of how Smart Input operates, as long as I don't work alone, there is a member from the Department of ICT who takes you through the how Smart Input operates. I'll be talking generally how we are happy and how digitalization is very important to our sector. Briefly, ag research before I go to digitalization. Ag research actually started from University of Rwanda in 2018 when we were students. As everyone has a dream, students, we had a dream to make a change, to make a living through agriculture, apart from flogging from agriculture sector to other careers, want to continue this journey. When we started in 2018, we had a vision of like looking for evidence-based and test-learn innovative solutions as a way of hoping for sustainable solutions to Rwanda's agricultural, environmental, and of course, revamping agribusiness. Our vision as AgriResearch Limited is to be a leading agricultural innovation hub in Rwanda. Empowers farmers to be healthy and wealthy. For us to address, as for many, of course, stakeholders, to address complexities of current agricultural problems, we leverage cutting-edge technologies by developing and deploying novel digital solutions that fit the context and respond to immediate needs of farmers and other customers operating in agri-food systems by focusing on increasing farm productivity, value addition, and I'm happy to let you know that, but some of you know, you have an innovative product that we added the value to potato into Irish potato blade. When I talk value addition, by walking the talk, that's what I could say. And build also farmers' resilience to climate. We look for building farmers' resilience and climate change and ensuring food security. But ensuring food security is a global conundrum. We can't do it alone, as long as we have had FAO is here. AgriResearch Limited is renowned as innovative agri-tech company and awarded as the champion of 15th Rwanda National Agriculture Show in research. Isn't this need an applause? Thank you. And I would like to thank, of course, our beloved government of Rwanda for supporting, promoting, and enabling digital agriculture space and innovations, especially through young people. Harnessing the power of agriculture digitalization is the core for finding solutions towards complexities of current agricultural problems, such as pest disease control, ensuring market pricing and costs of inputs, and ensure farmers access to knowledge and advisory services, among other things. For instance, coming back to why we are here, we developed Smart Input. There is a saying that necessity is the mother of invention. Where there is a problem, there is an opportunity. And if you address the problem, that's an opportunity to you, even to the country generally. That's how we came up with Smart Input. We've like realizing the problems we have, for instance, in the agriculture sector that leads to low production, and of course affecting sometimes human health and environment. For instance, seeing how inputs are not used, we don't use, some of the farmers don't use quality inputs, for instance, seeds, and others who try to use quality inputs, they might misuse, overuse the inputs, which leads to low production. And for instance, for pesticides, it's not only lowering production, but also affecting the human health and the environment. And that's how we came up with Smart Input idea, how to to precisely use inputs, and among other good features that we're going to see. And I would like to also call upon stakeholders for collective actions, synergizing efforts, finding sustainable solutions. We thank you so much again for coming, for being with us. We welcome you once again to this landmark event, and I hope that your participation will make a success and wider adoption of this innovative solution among other innovative solutions countrywide. Before I came to an end, there is also a saying which says that it takes a community to raise a child. And regarding with that, I really would like to encourage you, both of you, present here and even remotely, so that I forgot to acknowledge the participants remotely, but we really appreciate you. I don't know how I can face you, but I hope you are seeing me. I would like to call upon each and every stakeholder here to work together so that we prosper together, and together we can. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, CEO, for the nice remarks. You will allow me to translate or to summarize this quickly in Kinyarwanda so that we don't leave anyone behind. For those who are following online, keep tuned and don't leave even a second. The best is yet to come. Okay. Mu ijambo rye umuyobozi wa Agri Research yatangiye ashimira twese twabashije kwitabira ubutumire muri iki gikorwa cyo gutangiza ku mugaragaro rino koranabuhanga ryo rizadufasha nkatwe abahinzi kumenya amakuru arebana n'ubuhinzi. Ikindi yavuze gatoya ku mavu n'amavuko ya Agri Research, avuga yuko yatangiye hagana mu 2018 aho twese twabaga turi ku ishuri muri kaminuza dufite inzozi n'indoto zo kuzagira icyo twakora mu buhinzi bwo mu Rwanda. Icyo gihe rero twishyize hamwe tubasha gukora ino company, ndetse ikiyari ikibazo cyari gishingiye cyane ku kubona ubuhinzi bugenda buhura n'ibibazo bitandukanye, cyane cyane kubirebana n'umusaruro wabonekaga. Ariko uyu munsi wa none aho dutangiriye twagiye tubona ibisubizo bidufasha kongera umusaruro ndetse no kuzana udushya mu byo duhinga, nko gukora umukati wo mu birayi. Avugamo kandi yuko ubu dusigaye dukora n'ubuhinzi bubungabunga ibidukikije. Rero mu gushaka ibisubizo ntago byarangiriye aho gusa, ahubwo natwe ubwacu kubera imbaraga twakoreshaga twagiye tubona ibihembo bitandukanye nk'ikimenyetso cyo kwishimira akazi dukora. Yakomeje kandi avuga yuko yishimira cyane ubufasha ndetse n'ubumenyi Kaminuza y'u Rwanda ikomeza kubaha nk'ikimenyetso cy'uko ari naho hantu bahereye igitekerezo cyabo, kandi kaminuza ikabigiramo uruhare kugira ngo za nzozi zibe impamo. Ikindi yakoresheje insigamigani avuga ati ubundi iyo habonetse ikibazo ahantu burya igisubizo kiba kiri hafi. Niho rero byavuye ibyo bibazo byose twabonaga turi ku ishuri biri mu buhinzi, nibyo byatumye Agri Research ibasha kujyaho. Mu by'ukuri nk'iyi Smartinput technology izaza idufasha nk'abahinzi kugira ngo tubashe kumenya uburyo dukoresha. Yatanze urugero ku birebana n'inyongeramusaruro, aho usanga abahinzi dukoresha imbuto nyinshi ku buso butoya wenda, cyangwa se tugakoresha imiti myinshi itari ikwiriye, ariko hamwe n'iri koranabuhanga bizajya bidufasha gusobanukirwa neza ingano y'ibyo twakoresha. Asoje rero asaba bitabiriye gukorera hamwe kugira ngo dukomeze gusigasira ibyo twatangiye. Imana ibaho umugisha. Thank you so much. I was just giving I don't know if it's a summary. It's like the entire speech from the CEO, but I believe I captured the most important points. Now, if we look at to our agenda, are we going for the demo or we have to adjust it? Okay, they are checking. Okay, yes. I was just checking with my colleagues. So we have to stick on the agenda for now. So let me invite Gilbert to take us through how this technology works. Please, those who are online, this is your moment. This is your time. We're going to go every single step. We're going to go through every single step about this technology, and our IT person is here to show it. Welcome, Gil. Before you start, we also recognize those who have just joined now. I see Arcad from Yes. I would invite the protocol to pass the microphone for those who have just joined to introduce, and then we continue the session together.
Okay, good morning. So, I have the problem, the voice.
Sorry.
First of all, I want to excuse for that. And today I had another assignment that makes me come late, but I'm glad I make it to be here. So my name is Arikade Nshimimana, and I'm coming from Yin. So we are also youth-led organization that's doing extension and advisory services. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm looking forward for the good deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arcad.
Welcome.
You can pass the mic again there.
Morning. My name is Murekeimana Peruth. I'm coming from RAB. I'm happy to be with you during this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Perus, for joining us. We are honored to have you in the session as well. Gil, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone, once again. My name is Gribert Wenimana, ICT Director and a Software Engineer at AgriResearch Ongoka Limited. As we all know, for instance, in Rwanda, there are improved agricultural input, such as seed, but there are also several consequences associated with misuse of agricultural input, such as fertilizers and pesticide. This has a harmful effect not only to farmers, but also on their daily farming activities, where farmers use a low quantity of fertilizers, they get low yield, but also when they use a large quantity of fertilizers, they can harm the environment. For instance, pollinating drinking water and contamination of groundwater as well. Progressing with my presentation, in Rwanda, but also in the other developing countries, many agro-dealers are not able to provide adequate information to agrochemicals users, and the majority of farmers, they don't have necessary skills due to because their level of education is not enough to decode information on agrochemical packaging materials. So this is also another issue that lead to misuse of agrochemicals in our developing countries. we have also identified the issue with farm record keeping. As we all know, the majority of farmers don't keep a financial record of their daily farming activities, which is really problematic to them because the different financial institution cannot guarantee loan because they don't have record on how they previously recorded financial data so that they can provide loan to them. So speaking of real life experience, back in 2019, as our CEO introduced, we started as a club at the University of Rwanda, College of Agriculture, Animal Sciences, and Veterinary Medicine. Through outreach programs, we worked with a farmer cooperative in Gataraga, and if you remember where, we have one of them, those farmers in Gataraga, as she introduced before. As you see in the picture, on the left picture, this guy is also here, our director of extension, Twambazimana Theodore. I don't know if the camera can turn on him, but it's okay. He was helping small scale farmers who are the part of this cooperative in Gataraga, introducing to them how to precisely use calculated agricultural input such as fertilizers and pesticide. But most specifically here, he was working them on application of fertilizers. So we have also been able in 2019 as a club at the University of Rwanda to provide training to farmers and members of this cooperative in Gataraga. Our intervention to address the aforementioned agricultural problems, the misuse of agrochemicals, didn't end in 2019 as a research club. Today, we are here to present one of the most anticipated solutions to misuse of agrochemicals in Rwanda. And I'm really excited to introduce to Smartinput. As you can see here in the room, I'm pretty much sure that the most word you can see anywhere is Smartinput. I invite the MC. If you can help us with not demonstration of Smartinput, but sorry, wait a little bit. Okay. As you can see, this is our proposed solution. We have been developing since 2019, and we are really excited to present to you the solution to aforementioned misuse of agrochemicals, a revolution smart farming and extension service decision tool. Thank you. You may be wondering, yes, you have the app, but what does this app do? Smartinput is a smart farming solution that helps smallholder farmers use precisely calculated agricultural input, but also help them to get personalized best agricultural practices, enabling them to optimize farming input, increasing productivity, but also protecting human health and the environment. We are going to demonstrate most specifically the core features of our proposed solution, Smartinput. Starting with calculation of farm input, I would like to go with demo. So I hope you can all see. I hope you can all see. I am going to demonstrate. Okay, I can manage. I'm going to demonstrate how Smartinput, starting with calculation of agricultural input. As you can see here on the home page, if a farmer click here, you can see we have seed, fertilizer, and pesticide. The system support more than one languages, but most specifically the local languages in East African countries. So you can see here we have Kinyarwanda, English, French, Swahili, Luganda, and Lingala. All of these languages are supported by Smartinput. For instance, if we want to calculate the quantity of seed for Irish potato crops, we can enter the land sizes. Let's say I'm a farmer and I have my land size is 1,000 meters square. But if I'm not sure how large my land is, I can also use a global positioning technologies to calculate. Sorry, I didn't connect to the internet because actually Smartinput works offline. Yeah. Yes, but if I connect to the internet, you can immediately see the map and you can create the land size using GPS. So I put it offline to make sure that all of you here, guys, you get the picture how we are proposing this solution. Every farmer, even in the remote rural area of Rwanda, can be able to use our smart solution. We selected the Irish potatoes, and the land size is 1,000 meters square. You selected Irish potatoes, 200 kilograms of seed are required. Immediately, if you adjust the land area, light it, you can also immediately get the quantity required given the land sizes. But for seed multipliers, they can use spacing that is not recommended by RAB. That's why we provided a space here to utter row spacing and in row spacing. But for farmers, we advise them to use RAB, Rwanda Agricultural and Animal Resources Board recommendations. As for fertilizers, if we select NPK and we enter land size, we can get the required quantity of mineral fertilizer, NPK, on Irish potato, as you can see here. But also organic manures can also be calculated using this system. The same for pesticide. If you select Redomi Gold, you can also get the quantity, the measurement as you can see here. To help farmers get a picture of what they can harvest, we have also, based on lab recommendations, ask a farmer to provide land size, and if it's Irish potato or maize, for instance, let's continue with Irish potato. You can get expected. You selected Irish potato. 2.45 tons is the expected yield if you follow good agricultural practices recommended by RAB. This will help farmer get a picture of what they can harvest. Coming to farm record keeping, as I introduced before, the majority of farmers don't keep dairy farming activities and expenses. So we came up with a solution to help them record their farm spending. As you can see here, if a farmer want to, for instance, they have bought Ridomir gold, they can enter the name of the activity, the name of farm activity, quantity bought or used, and farm cost, activity description, and the date. And they get the list of all record offline, and also analytics to help them make data-informed business decisions. As I was talking about offline capabilities, we know in some instance, a farmer can use smartphone, or they would like to change a smartphone. In order to help them to keep their farm record, we also included the features to back up their farm record on their Google Drive to respect their privacy. So AgriResearch doesn't keep farmers' data. It remains on their mobile device, or do a backup in a cloud on Google Drive, and restore anytime. Another feature we have is information on agricultural input. As I introduced before, we all know that agro dealers, the majority of them can't understand labeling information on agrochemicals. As you know, it is written in English, and this has always been problematic, not only to the farmers but also to us, the community, and the environment as well. So we came up with an innovative solution using optical character technologies or text recognition, which leverages the cutting-edge technologies, artificial intelligence, to help farmers scan agrochemical labels or barcode, and we bring usage information in local languages, Kinyarwanda, and the other languages in East Africa, Swahili, Lingala, and Luganda. To show you how this works, let me go back a little bit. Farmer select, take a photo with camera, or they select from gallery. If we select the rocket and the scan, yes, we get information about the rocket, its usage, diseases to prevent, and the crops to work on. If we change the language to Kinyarwanda and come back here, we can see all of information in Kinyarwanda, as you can see. So this will help not only the farmers but also agro dealers to to provide real-time information, accurate information to fertilizer and the chemical users. If we select, we come back to English and select a fertilizer or this bar and the scan. Yes, we can immediately see information about the app and how it is used in the crops it works on. Also in different languages. I'm going to use Kinyarwanda here. And I come back here. I scan, yes, you see. This is all in Kinyarwanda, a language all of our farmers and agro dealers can understand immediately. This wasn't in existence, and we are happy to introduce this to help farmers and agro dealers maintain sustainable use of agrochemicals to increase farm productivity, but also protect the environment. So even if I showed you the solution, how it works, we also have future plans, upgrade and scale up plans. Firstly, we would like to work on web app to make Smartinput available to more users, more farmers. Even on, because if you use a web app, you can access the app on desktop or any other smartphone. As currently, Smartinput is only on Android operating system. We would also like to develop USSD app to help small scale farmers who don't use smartphones to have access to this real-time and updated information using USSD. We are also planning to add a subscription feature to assure app maintenance, because as you saw this sustainable solution, we don't charge anything. It's free of charge. But everyone would be wondering, how is this going to be sustainable, maintained? How are you going to pay for database and the other requirement to make it sustainable? So to address this, we are planning to add subscription features which will be easy for any farmer to pay using mobile money or Airtel money. We would also like to scale up Smartinput. We would also like to work with extensionists and agricultural board in other East African countries to help us provide recommendation given the countries, because the default recommendation in Smartinput are from RAB, and if a farmer in DRC or Burundi use the app, we also use recommendation from Rwanda. So they might have other recommendations. So we would also like to work with them to embed those recommendations in our system. As I showed you also on chemical calculations, we are not pretty much sure how much pesticide can be used on a given land areas. We are just providing measures, for instance, 10 milliliter of 50 gram of Ridomil gold in 20 liter of water. But we are not able as of now to provide a farmer with the accurate quantity of Ridomil on a given land areas. For instance, we are giving a quantity for 20 milliliter of water, but what about 700 meters square? How much pesticide farmer will buy? So we would also like to carry out research on the spraying quantity per hectare, so that we can give precise recommendation given the most used sprayers in Rwanda and spraying and recommended mechanism to spray pesticide. Even if this is Smartinput is a novel solutions to aforementioned challenges, we also have challenges. As I said, its maintenance is also questionable, as it's provided free of charge. And digital illiteracy among smallholder farmers is also another problem we would like to tackle, and we don't think this will be problematic, as we have you here as key partners. We are willing and we hope to work with you to train farmers on digital usage, and also digital divide, where most of technologies are available in cities, in the urban areas, but in the rural areas. So we would also like to tackle to that and train farmers, because they have limited knowledge on record keeping. So this is all we hope to be working with you as the key partners and the stakeholders. Before closing, special thanks goes to RAB, Rwanda Agriculture and the Animal Resources Board, as the information we used in Smartinput are from RAB and recommendations from RAB. We would also like to thank Mastercard Foundation Transition Project at McGill University. They funded a scale-up project for Smartinput. We are currently in the third phase of implementation, where we worked with different cooperatives and the farmers in Musanze to teach them how to use digital technologies, but also help them adopt good agricultural practices by leveraging new technologies and the features and the solution we provided in Smartinput. And thanks to them, we have been able to develop this Smartinput to this level presenting to you right now. We would also like to thank United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network, a UN project that recognized the Smartinput back in 2020 as one of 50 global youth-led innovative solutions. We would also like to thank University of Rwanda, College of Agriculture, Animal Resources, and Veterinary Medicine as the institution that gave us knowledge to develop all of these solutions, but also understand the current farmers' context and find innovative solutions to contribute to addressing pressing farming challenges in Rwanda. Thank you very much.
Wow, so nice. This is gold, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, mbere yuko wenda ngira ikindi vuga, reka mvuge muri makeya. Ntabwo ndi busubiremo ibyo yakoze cyangwa ngo nongere nkore demo, ariko nagira ngo nsobanureho gatoya umubyeyi waturutse mu Gataraga. Gilbert yatangiye avuga impamvu buno buryo bwashyizweho, agaragaza yuko hari ikibazo cyo kumenya kubara igishoro ndetse no kumenya ingano y'ifumbire cyangwa se imiti yakoreshwa mu buhinzi bwacu dukora. Asoje ahita noneho agaragaza uko rino koranabuhanga rikora ugiye ukurikiza intambwe zose zikenewe. Ni ikoranabuhanga rikoreshwa n'umuntu ufite telefone igezweho, kandi twese dufite abahinzi ubu twarakerebutse, ariko ni ikoranabuhanga rikora hadakoreshejwe interineti, aho umuntu yaba ari ashobora kuba yakurikiza amabwiriza akabasha kubona amakuru. Riri mu ndimi zigera muri 6, harimo Ikinyarwanda, Igifaransa, Icyongereza, Iringara n'Ikigande. Sibyo? Yes. Bivuze ngo ururimi rwose waba ukoresha ushobora kubona amakuru. Yagiye agaragaza rero uburyo rishobora kugufasha kubona amakuru mu buhinzi bwawe bwa buri munsi. Thank you so much. As we are moving on, we would like to recognize other guests. Protocol can help us to pass the microphone for those who have just joined before we proceed. It's just a short introduction, the names and the organization you are representing.
Thank you, and apologies for joining late. I had a few other commitments, but I'm glad to join. My name is Barbara Mbabazi. I work with AGRA, Alliance for Green Revolution Africa, and we support farmers, smallholder farmers, we support youth. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. No one else? Okay. Thank you so much, Barbara, for joining us. We understand there is a lot on our plates every time, and we are also honored to have you, and glad that you managed to come and contribute to this particular event. Before we go to tea break, we would go for Q&A session. But personally, I would appreciate the presentation from Gil and the team from AgResearch. This is gold, I repeat it, because it's also an indicator of that agriculture sector is a sector of unlimited possibilities. And when it comes to these agri innovations and also being done by a young generation, this is awesome. Thank you so much for bringing this up. It is also an indication that when science and technology is coupled with the human capital, you can become more drivers of change in agriculture, especially for smallholder systems. You guys, you've done a great job, and I hope the challenges you've highlighted will also find solutions, because you are part of solutions, you are not part of problems. Thank you so much. We welcome questions before we go for tea break.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to the AgriResearch team. It was such a wonderful presentation, and it is really bringing some of the solutions that everybody want to see, especially in agriculture and with smallholder farmers. I really appreciate the component of record keeping and the local language translation when it comes to input use. It is something that was really lacking. And congratulations in general for the agri-research on whatever you are doing to make agriculture more smart and more attractive to young people. So in addition to the wonderful component that we just learned from your presentation, as you plan to widen up and increase the components that you've just shared, I was thinking about including also the component on safety. On safety, providing information to the farmers when it comes to how to be more safe when applying inputs. Like, let's say if it is a pesticide that you need to spray and you have a kid on your back, you know, what are the protective gears that you really want to have to protect yourself when applying, you know, inputs? It is something that will be, you know, an added value. And also I was thinking about information on the choices related to environmental friendly agriculture. Like, you know, what if you need to use biofertilizer in comparison with the chemical fertilizer? How can I make a choice if I'm involved in, let's say, Irish potatoes and I want to use biofertilizer? How much am I gaining? How much am I losing? You know, such kind of information. And also in terms of labor, as you progress, maybe you will be able also to tell what it can take in terms of labor, basing on the area of land that you have. Let's say if I want to use a machine, how much mechanization would cost to me on an area of land that I have, and how much can it take for me, let's say, to irrigate the plot of land that I have to ensure that I have more yield and be able to farm across the agriculture seasons. So that was my humble contribution, and congratulations once again. I'm sure this will bring a change in terms of being professional as agriculturist, but also job provision to young people. You might need to look into the support that youth can provide, actually, to teach, to train farmers on how to use this app. This is also another aspect that will be really capturing my interest when it comes to jobs creation, and it has to be self-sustaining, so that, you know, through what farmers pay, we are able, or you are able to pay those youth that are supporting the community. Thank you very much. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much for the inputs. Much appreciated. I will translate it in Kinyarwanda, but the people in the room, the team of Agri Research, will also take notes, and they will address some of the questions being asked. So now we can take 2 questions and then we go for answers. But before we go to the second question, I will translate this. Yatangiye ashimira cyane igikorwa cyakozwe na Agri Research unguka, agaragaza yuko ari bimwe mu bisubizo ubuhinzi bwacu bukeneye, ariko agaruka ku kintu kirebana n'uburyo bwo kwizera ifumbire dukoresha. Ese iyo turiho dukoresha inyongeramusaruro, yaba ifumbire yaba imiti, tubasha kubikurikirana dute? Twizeye neza ko ibi bintu dushobora kumenya uko amakuru dutanga yizewe yatuma nta kibazo yagira ku bihingwa ndetse no ku bantu. Ikindi, ese uretse kuba twakoresha zino fumbire mvamahanga, ese nko ku muntu ushaka gukoresha n'ifumbire mborera cyangwa se n'izindi zitagira icyo zangiza, ese we yabasha kumenya uko ahitamo ingano yakoresha? Urakoze cyane. Ikindi, ku kirebana naho dukorera ubuhinzi bwacu, hari aho ushobora gusanga hakoreshwa imashini zihinga, ahandi ugasanga byasaba gukoresha abagabo b'ibigango nka Gilbert. Ese aho ngaho ho mubasha kuba mwafasha umuntu muri ino application yanyu kugira ngo umuntu amenye uburyo yahitamo icyakoreshwa, urugero nko gukora kuhira, ibyo byose yabigarutseho. Asoje rero avuga ku kintu kirebana no kubungabunga iki kintu mwakoze. Igihe nikigera kikishyurwa, ese mutekereza yuko mushobora kuzajya mufata igice cy'ibyo mwasaruye mu mafaranga mukaba mwakoresha n'urubyiruko kugira ngo rusakaze ikoreshwa rya rino koranabuhanga kandi tunahanga umurimo? Murakoze cyane. Mbere yuko tujya ku kibazo cya kabiri, nagira ngo twakire umuntu winjiye nonaha kugira ngo dukomeze. Just introduction, the names and the organization you're representing. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Lilian Dungu. I've been sent by the Chief Digital Officer representing Minagri. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else in the room? Yeah, good.
Morning. My name is Mugenzi Napoleon. I'm a media content creator from amahumbezinews.com.
Thank you so much, Napoleon. We go for the second question or suggestion, and then we answer the question. But before that, I see on the screen there is an appreciation chat. This is Israel Imanishimwe. Wow, this is pure gold. As farmers and agripreneurs, we anticipate reaping significant benefits from it, and we are hopeful that our business will thrive sustainably. Thank you, Agri Research, for this good app. Abadukurikiye online bari gutanga nabo ibitekerezo. Uyu ni Israeli yishimiye cyane buno buryo Agri Research yazanye, avuga yuko nk'abahinzi ndetse n'abarwiyemezamirimo mu buhinzi bishimiye iki gikorwa kandi biteguye kuzakigiramo inyungu kandi bikazahoraho mu buryo bukomeza. Reka twumve ikibazo cya kabiri. For those who are following online, we will also come back to you. War out. Let me just take the second question in the room, and after getting the answer for those two questions, we come back to you. It's 2 in the room and 2 online questions. Perfect. Here there is a question.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, Hausa from Entrepreneurship for Impact. And I just want to comment and then a question. I want to say thank you so much for Agri Research for the invitation, but also for what they have displayed here today. I really want to commend them as a team of young people that actually have stickability, that have already pushed through so much and come together to provide the solution here, but also in context of the collaborations that we've already been working on, understanding what it is, the vision that they have, and what they're accomplishing together as a team. I think it's really commendable as young people. Their attention to detail, their punctuality, which is a big thing for me when it comes to dealing with people in terms of business, and it really reflects how serious people are and their ability to follow through. So I really want to commend the team as a whole. And then as we consider and look at agriculture in today and climate change and all of the quote-unquote challenges, but these challenges are really representing opportunity. And maybe it is now a season of handing over to the young people to find solutions. And we find that now is the age of technology. And here they are presenting not just a solution, but a viable solution. And so I really want to ask them now, Agri Research, in terms of what they are doing and what they are thinking. Have you also made some communications working with the other organizations in terms of education, to vet boards, looking at going into the high schools? Because a lot of young people now are shying away from agriculture because it looks like something old. But it's actually a now opportunity, especially in terms of technology. So do you have a plan in place? Is there a plan moving forward to get to the young people to say agriculture is now? Technology and agriculture is where we need to go. Here's an application that can actually, when I look at the instruments, the sections that you were talking about, how they can make calculations for seeds, for inputs, etc. That's what a farmer needs in the beginning. You know, so I want to know, what are we doing for the younger people coming up that can can actually think of agriculture, yes, as the next direction and wave to go into.
Thank you so much for the to think positive comments and also for your question. Yatangiye ashimira cyane Agri Research bakoze rino koranabuhanga. Ikindi asoje abaza ikibazo atese kwibi bintu byiza mwakoze hari gahunda mufite yo kubisakaza no mu bandi bajene nkamwe, kuko mu by'ukuri birashoboka ko mushobora kuba mwamanuka mukajya kwigisha urubyiruko mu mashuri ndetse n'ahandi hantu hateranira abajene benshi, kugira ngo urubyiruko mu by'ukuri rumenye yuko ibi nabo bibareba kandi ari bimwe mu bisubizo byo mu buhinzi bwacu. Reka twumve ibisubizo ku bibazo byabajijwe, hanyuma dufata ibindi bibazo bibiri ku bantu badukurikiye online. Agri Research team, who is responding to the questions?
Okay, thank you for the good questions, appreciations, comments, and actually that's what we need, of course. So we have made the solution, but we didn't make the solution for ourselves. It's for community, and actually we hope. We hope that your experience you have gone through, you have been engaging with community. We've been working with youth from AGRA, from FAO and other stakeholders. So we hope that your comments will make our solution really relevant. So I will be responding one question, the last question, and there's the question regarding technical upgrading the app. Our IT specialist will help us. Let me first start with the question from Hausa. Thank you so much, dear Hausa, for your question. It's really true that young people are really needed for transformation, to be in the front line in leading the transformation, because they are energetic, they are can be able to adapt, and other quality characters or traits. For your question, I would say that first of all, regarding to our background, we started this initiative when we were students, and we are young people, if I could say, but looking for how we can enter the market in different way, even impacting. And with our values, we have recognized that young people are really innovative, but if the energy of the young people are not harnessed, it can lead them to divert to other even sectors where they are not even innovative, are not even they don't have experience. And as I said, when we started, we are at university, and then we thought that we are not only like intelligent people who came out of the university, than others who are still going through the university, either in University of Rwanda or elsewhere. And we started thinking about like engaging other young people for the issue of sustainability, even for our company, organization. And then we started like, how can we engage young people? Yeah, there is a saying that if you are supported in Rwanda, nufashwa yafasha. We still need support, of course, to leverage our initiatives, but also we can support other young people. And we have a really good testimony, if I could say. We started as a research club, not a company, not organization. And to be honest with you, we didn't know that we also be in a company organization. For us, what we need the change when we started our company. Because we are seeing when we are graduating by the way, we are one of the best performers at university. But we saw, like in evaluation, when we were in year 3, 2018, because our first promotion, if I could say, graduated in 2019. And when we were in year 3, we started evaluating ourselves. We are going to go into the market. Then how can we serve farmers? How can we serve society? How can it be a solution instead of being a problem? And then that's how we try to see how can be able to contribute to community development. And then the question is how. And then we saw that the University of Rwanda was providing facilities for practice, laboratories, but for the students we are not used to. We're not like you couldn't find many students in laboratories, in libraries. Then we said, how can we be able to make like to add value to the theories that we had at university? And then we thought of how can we go more practical so that we can be able to solve a problem that the farmer has. And then that's how we, with passion of ourselves, thought of engaging in research. Though it was challenging, looking outside the environment, we were seeing lab, but we didn't find many young people in the research. And to be honest to you, we didn't know that even research can make profit to ourselves. But we thought it was to impact the community only. And then we said that let's at least be practical, and then if you graduate, to be competent, knowing how to kind of serve the farmers. And then that's how we say that with research, we can be able to be more practical, because we thought that you cannot add value. You cannot add value to something if you don't know already the existing product, how it is. And then that's how we started. And then we approached the university. I'm telling you, we started with 75K Rwandan francs. Even appreciation to university, even the land that we are given, we're not to be able to use that fund we gathered for land preparation. We started, we were 9, and each and everyone contributed 10K. And then one didn't make it to have that 10K, but because he was in an IT, we thought that he would be productive, and the other one get only 5K. And then with that 75K, that's how we started. We are given land. I'm telling you, we took hose, pangas, and then we entered into a field. With boats, we are left, I'm telling you, for like gents like me, it wasn't to be able, it wasn't easy even to date a girl at university. I'm telling you, we are going, when like you're going to meet her, I'm telling the truth, I'm not like I don't want to be sensitive to them or like blame them, but that's what the reality. When we're going to meet someone else, even not a girl, but even a boy, like your fellow, you thought that greeting you, he'll be ashamed. I'm telling you. That's how we started, but we know where we are going, what we are looking for. That's how we clean the land for ourselves. And then at the end of the day, we get the application to lab. The first seeds we got were from the lab. And then as long as we had good seeds from lab, and then the other things we are doing it for ourselves. But allow me to speak in Kinyarwanda to then translation will become later. Reka mvuge mu Kinyarwanda kugira ngo summarizinge. Rimwe rw'icyongereza nabivugamo ariko natinda cyane. Urakoze MC. Ubwo mu ncamake nashaka kubabwira ko twatangiye gutyo bigoranye kubabyumvise, ariko uyu munsi none turahangaha kandi ni byiza, ni progress nziza. Twatangiye nta kintu dufite from scratch, uyu munsi tugeze ahangaha. Icyo nshaka kuvuga, twabonye tugeze hanze. Coming back to your question, let me back in English, go back to English to save time. And then we realized we are trying to have solutions. How can we support our fellow young people? Then that's how we kept on like creating a research, supporting club. And now we have a research club at University of Rwanda. Now the representative is here, and we have other students who are passionate about like keep on doing research regarding animal science at University of at College of campus of Nyagatare. I think he's here, Emile. He's outside maybe, and now we are trying to engage young people through clubs, and that's how I can summarize it because the story is long. And coming back to the questions of how we try to reach more people apart from university students, and one of the mandates of AgriResearch Club is to reach out also to primary schools. And through primary Club will be trying to work with, of course, it is University of Rwanda. University of Rwanda will be supporting them to reach out to primary schools. That's what I could say about how we are engaging other young people. Apart from that, we are influencing them indirectly. Because if they are seeing the way journey we are going through, how we are trying to make it, and they are influenced indirectly. As you can see in the remotely, you have even other young people have joined. So that's what I could say in a nutshell about your question. And about technical aspect, I could welcome my fellow about mechanization, irrigation, the question from FAO delegate. Thank you.
Thank you. As I showed you in the presentation, you saw that we have plan for upgrade and scale up. So we are really happy for the first instance. Our stakeholders are really willing to provide the support and the ideas on what we can also consider in the future for our proposed solution. So this is really good, and as we are in agriculture and the technology, we understand the context of farmers, and we really understand how this proposed component will tremendously benefit smallholder farmers in Rwanda. The suggestion, if I can repeat, they are chemical safety, information on chemical safety. Back in 2019, we started Smartinput with one feature, calculation of agricultural input for Irish potato only. And as of now, we support more than 20 crops. So this is how we are also continuously developing Smartinput to make sure that it is really viable and sustainable. The organic farming information, as I said, we have been working with Lab as our key partner to get information and recommendation from this institution. But we would also like to reach out to other partners, especially those engaged in organic farming and other farming methods like agroecology. We are also a member of Yarita. We have been participating in different workshops. So we also have a picture on how organic or sustainable farming can also be included in Smartinput. But the current issue we have is we don't have access to those information. Let's say, for instance, organic biofertilizers. So we don't have enough information to be able to embed them in a Smartinput, but we hope to work with other key stakeholders in this sector. As for labor required, this is also an interesting feature. We will also add on the list, as I showed you our plan for scale up. All of this will also be on our list. And by working with key partners, we are pretty much sure that we will embed them. Digital technology in agriculture, speaking on the last recommendation, from FAO, training farmer, but also if as we are planning to get fees from farmers, she asked, how are you going to create jobs for youth? When we speak about digitalization in agriculture, we are also looking at how digital technologies contribute to socio-economic development of the global south. And when we talk about socio-economic, it's not only increasing productivity, we also focus on job creation for youth. So as CEO said, we have clubs at the URA, Kave, and we have also been working with other youth. We are also youth. And if we start, for instance, we plan to start a subscription fee in the next 2 months. We will not reach more farmers here in Rwanda. This is simply because it is not because they don't have capability to pay for the service, but they don't have digital literacy. They don't know how to use the proposed solutions. It is in this regard we will also working with young people, educated young people, especially those from clubs and other youth who studied agricultural sciences. And we will work with them to help us train more farmers, because we are sure, as I saw the question on the slide, maybe I can also answer it. Yes. Sumaye asked how much we are going to charge a farmer. Yes. Actually, it's free from the Play Store. Yes, and the App Store, but not yet. We are planning also to add it on App Store. It's free to download, but before a farmer can use the app, they have to pay less than $1, or let's say less than 1,000 Rwandan francs. This is the money almost every farmer here in Rwanda can pay. The problem is, do they really understand? Do they really know how to use these proposed technologies? That's where I wanted to tackle. By including this subscription feature, we will need to work with other youth to teach more farmers on how this technology can be used. Not only this app, but using smartphones to make sure that we reach more farmers. This will be beneficial to young people, but also help us as a company reach more users. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If we don't have another question in the chat box, for those who are following online, we can take more 2 questions from the room and then we continue. Ariko munyemerere mvuge gakeya mu Kinyarwanda kugira ngo Mama Hélène nawe abashe kuba ari kumwe natwe. Ku kirebana n'uburyo basakaza rino koranabuhanga ku bandi, bavuze yuko mu bigo n'amashuri ya kaminuza bafite amaklub bigishirizwamo ibyiza by'ubuhinzi ndetse nuko bazakoresha rino koranabuhanga. Uretse n'ibyo kandi hari n'abandi bakoranabushake bakorana nabo bashobora kuba babafasha mu gusakaza amakuru. Yakomoje kandi ku kintu kirebana ikibazo cyarebanaga n'abakozi cyangwa se ikoranabuhanga rishobora gukoreshwa cyane cyane mu buhinzi, haba kuhira cyangwa gukoresha imashini bitewe n'ubutaka dukoreramo. Avuze yuko nk'ikipe ya AgriResearch bari kwandika ibyifuzo byose n'uburyo bashobora kuzagenda bongeramo amakuru ku buryo byose umuhinzi yajya bisangamo. Hanyuma ku birebana n'uburyo ino application wayibona, iri ku muntu ukoresha telefone zose za Android cyangwa se smartphone, ashobora kuyizamura mu buryo bwa Play Store, cyangwa se abakoresha za iPhone barateganya nayo gushyiramo muri App Store kugira ngo babashe kuyibona. Hanyuma umuhinzi kugira ngo ayibone muri telefone yiwe azajya atanga amafaranga ari munsi y'igihumbi cy'amanyarwanda. Ese icyo nakubaza ni amafaranga atangwa rimwe by'igihe cyose cyangwa ni buri mwaka cyangwa ni buri kwezi? I was asking if the fees for the app is for it's once for all, it's on a monthly basis or yearly basis.
Okay, thank you. This is the monetization model we are still working on, but we assure you that it will be less than 1,100 francs, either if it's a one-time payment or a seasonal subscription fee. It will be affordable to farmers, but we haven't decided yet which model we will go with. For now, for now it's free, yes, but we haven't decided if it will be one-time payment or a seasonal subscription fee.
Uyu munsi wa none ni ubuntu kuba washyiramo kariya ka application muri telefone yawe, ariko uko igihe kizagenda kiza tuzajya nibwo tuzamenya niba umuntu azajya yishyura ku mwaka cyangwa se ari rimwe burundu.
Thank you. Sorry for coming back. I'd like to compliment my colleague what has said, because worked as a team. As he said, yeah, it's free, but in Rwanda, as a developer, it's not eligible to pay, to download by like in purchase payment, but we plan to make less than $1, $0.99 USD, one time payment, but we will see as we go and how it is appreciated in the market. If the farmers will be able to appreciate and see that they are paying 1K, for instance, Rwandan francs, and return on investment is coming back or quickly, we shall see if we can be able to upgrade the payment terms. But for now, it's one time payment, and you pay 0.99 USD. Thank you.
Arakoze cyane umuyobozi yashimangiraga ibyo Gil yaravuze. Uyu munsi wa none ni igihumbi cy'amanyarwanda, ariko ya burundu. Ariko uko bizagenda bikoreshwa tuzagenda dusobanukirwa niba hari uburyo dushobora gukora impinduka kubirebana n'ikiguzi cyino cyari no koranabuhanga. One more question in the room and then we move forward.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the technology. And we keep on encouraging you and assist you where deemed necessary. And I would like to commend or to recommend that you also deepen issues of intellectual property and data management and privacy as required by applicable laws, and also to do all the socioeconomic calculations so that you can know how this technology will be self-financing, because in under the KS customized agriculture extension strategy, we want that farmers pay, because these are innovations, these are investments, and the users have to contribute. And also to explore more, going beyond the conventional inputs, seeds, fertilizer, and pesticides. We have now, in modern agriculture, we have other components like value chain mechanization, we have irrigation, liming, and also to see how this technology can also be integrated in existing platforms. To RAB, we have smart contact system. NAEB has SKS, and finally, see how you can go from the informal agriculture extension and also to use the formal education, agriculture education. And finally, it's like I don't know if it's a recommendation or it's a pledge, so that research is participative. You are using data from RAB, but also you are also doing research. We need to know your outputs to collaborate with us in to make joint researches, but also to have to go beyond, not only in RAB, because research is unlimited as far as agriculture is concerned. Thank you.
Thank you so much. People from online, I will take one question in the room and then I will come back to you. The person from Kilimo Trust, yes.
Thank you so much. A big congratulations to Agri Research for another milestone. I think this is a good, something good really on the market, and it's a breakthrough. So mine is just to congratulate you for the big step towards digitizing agriculture. And I think already there is an opportunity with the people in the room. You can see everyone has something they are doing which you can tap into, and even start testing some of the models you're talking about. Because right now maybe you're still talking about the prices, but you may need to go deeper into now the pricing model of the product. Is it going to be by click or by product or by, you know, because if someone is maybe checking the fertilizers, they may be charged something. If someone is like tapping on the seed, something. And I think there is much more to be done, but a lot more has already been done. Now that you have the system in place, I think amending and changing things may not be difficult for you. I think even the CEO talked about literacy. Okay, I know there are also options through which maybe you can reach out to partners. Even I think even some of these programs we have been working with you. There are some youth who are in agribusiness, you know them, through the different colleges, IPRCs, and they're in agribusiness with the FAO and the IFAD. Some youth who have been supporting, and they are in big numbers. Right now they are in thousands, and they are out there in the market. We can start with them. You are in Musanze. We work with IPRC Musanze, you know. Quite a number of groups of youth have passed there. We can provide that platform at the college with the leadership of the college. During the training, you can pass by and introduce this technology. Youth can learn when they go out and start their farming, because some of them are actually doing farming, you know them. They will use it. I'm sure they can use it because this simplifies life. Every farmer would want to do something like this. And okay, that's just one window of ways through which you can reach out to the communities, because it's until the people have learned, appreciated what it has for them, then they will start paying. Maybe for now you may not, I don't know, you said in 2 months, but I don't know, it depends. I think you may need to first get it known and appreciated by the communities before you can start charging. So the only inputs maybe I wanted to add is I think Caritas mentioned about the practices. Okay, I would say for every product, I think it's good to add maybe a message whenever someone clicks on a product. If it is Rocket, or someone needs to see a message below telling them how, like the practices. If you use Rocket, maybe it is like this in the open. No, don't use Rocket in the greenhouse or something like that. That's just an example, but they need to know under what conditions one has to use that product, so that if there is a product that is harmful, one doesn't have to be victim of the or even just the best practices of using that. There's also the issue of land suitability, because right now you are talking of the size of land, let's say 100 or 1,000 square meters, and automatically recommending the quantity of seed you need. but the 1,000 square meters in Kayonza is different from 1,000 square meters in Musanze. So one, issues of nutrients in the soil, issues of humidity in the area, issues of suitability of the land is very key. And I don't know if there is a possibility of adding maybe a scanner, a soil scanner in the app, where someone can click and be able to scan the soil and it tells the message. That's just a weird thinking. I don't know if you the IT people may be able to tell, but that I think could be a good component of the app, which would be very much taken up by the community, and maybe it can give the recommendations. You never know, you may find the soil is already depleted of the organic matter, and you're only recommending DAP and NPK, and yet they need organic fertilizers or something. So the recommended input, something like that. My last comment, basically those are thoughts which you may consider maybe in the improvement of the app. If there can be a messaging option, I believe that with the developers, I think it's one of the simplest, adding a messaging option where if someone is using an app and they have got a message they don't understand, they should be able to text somewhere, whether agri-research or the developer of the product or the research unit of RAB or something, so that it can be WhatsApp or, I don't know, something like that, to be able to communicate between the client and the supplier or the user. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the contributions. I know these guys, they have some answers already on the table, but let me just allow the online fellows to also answer live a question. Technical team can help us to receive one participant from who is following online, and then we go for answers. If he's not ready, okay, he's ready. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, thank you very much. So my name is Ernest Banabakize. I'm very much part of Agri Research team, though I'm not able to be part of the team on site for now. I want to say thank you very much for the presentation and for everybody's participation. So mine is not a question, but it's an input from what has been said. You've seen Gilbert's presentation and some of the things we are seeing from the feedback. Gilbert didn't have 2 hours to give the presentation, but I'm very sure that things that we already have in Smartinput that we couldn't actually present. And I want to speak to 2 of them, which are very important in the context of Rwanda. So already Smartinput is also connected to the market, to the isoko, so that farmers can actually also have information on the prices of the commodities and how they change over time. As you already know, farmers in the village and rural areas have one of the biggest challenges they have. It's one of those third parties that goes in the rural areas and actually scam them or scam in terms of the prices and how they buy their products. So the farmers will be able to have access to the market information which already exists on eSoko, which is also connected to the application. One more thing, as we try to make the application more inclusive, is the access to the weather information. As you know, in Rwanda, there's too much now going on in terms of floods, in terms of soil and land degradation. And, we have the agency that communicates the weather information forecast on RBA and television, but not all the farmers, the rural areas have the chance and opportunities to actually have the information on a daily basis when the floods are going to happen or at which extent. We also have connected that application to the weather forecast, so that people who are able or who are going to be having the chance to be connected to the internet can also have the information right away from the Rwanda Meteorological Agency. We've done that to ensure that the application is not standalone, but also it's a connection to already existing efforts by the government of Rwanda to ensure that people have access to the information in as much as they are able to have access to. The last one I want to talk about is the sustainability of the application, because that's a question that has been asked by many participants in the room. Yes, my colleagues have already spoken about the model we're trying to build in terms of how people are going to be paying, but we already can see that as much as farmers, smallholder farmers, because 70% of the farmers in Rwanda are smallholder farmers, can pay the fees. But really, in our thinking, we think your participation, your contribution, and your support is going to be much more relevant, even more than those subscriptions. And what do I mean by that? The reason why we have invited you guys in the room, we had the capability to invite many people, but we chose you because we know what you're doing in the field on the ground. And we know you guys work with farmers already. So our thinking is starting with the farmers you already work with on the ground, that training capacity, using the capabilities of young people at agri-research and the young people probably in the communities in the rural areas, we should be able to prepare the training models that will facilitate farmers, like the first champions of this application, to use it on the ground. And then those farmers are going to be eventually the champions who are going to actually help in the scale up and increase of the use across the country. And we rely on your help to actually get the capability in terms of financing to actually roll out those training models in terms of the app use, in terms of digital literacy. Lastly, I know Gilbert is going to talk about more that somebody just spoke about the soil, which is a very much relevant topic. We were thinking to insert the soil map in the application, but as you know, there's not much information available on that area, but we already in touch with the people who have access to the soil map of Rwanda, so that can be a very inclusive part of the application. But again, like you mentioned, this is ICT. Maybe there's going to be also another artificial intelligence mechanism of scanning the soil and knowing the nutrients, so that can be taken into part when developing or scaling up the application. I don't want to take much of your time. Thank you once again. I just want to bring those two aspects of the application which were not mentioned, only to say there's so much already in the app that we couldn't actually unfold in 30 minutes that Gilbert has used, but I'm showing you that there's much more in the application as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ernest. Wow, you've said it all, I think. So let me just quickly highlight some of the elements all of them have mentioned. The socio-economic aspect of calculations, the impact of bringing in this smart input technology. Actually, as Ernest mentioned, I'm not talking on behalf of the technical team, but the app itself, it has a lot of features. They are dealing with the weather forecast, soil issues, market information, production predictions. It has a lot. It has a lot, but we are also taking note of all the suggestions you are providing. Like Ernest said, we didn't want to invite everyone, but we chose you because we know you can contribute in terms of where we can improve for this particular app. So thank you so much, Ernest. But before we proceed, if the technical team in the room has more to add, you are most welcome. But allow me to quickly translate it in Kinyarwanda for Hélène. Ibiganiro byarahangaha byavugaga cyane ku bintu bitandukanye. Hari abifuza yuko hashyirwamo uburyo bwo ko umuntu ashobora gufata ifoto y'ubutaka akabasha kumenya icyo yashyiramo ku birebana n'ifumbire. Hari abifuza yuko ku birebana no kubara igishoro neza kugira ngo umuntu amenye icyo azakuramo. Hari ibirimo ubu ngubu muri iriya application. Ikindi, hari abatanze ibitekerezo by'uko twabikora mu buryo bwo kwigisha bufite umurongo mwiza. Ikindi, gukora ubushakashatsi buhuriweho kugira ngo twe kuba twakwishingira ku makuru yatanzwe n'urwego rumwe gusa, kuko hari benshi baba batanga amakuru kandi bafite icyo babikozeho. Ikindi batanze ibitekerezo, urugero niba uhisemo umuti nka rocket hakagombye kuba harimo uburyo iguha amakuru, ariko niba ntibeshye ibyo birimo nanjye nabyiboneye. Iyo ukiritse kuri rocket ihita iguha amakuru uwo muti uwo ari wo, impamvu yawo, aho wawukoresha, ibintu nk'ibyo byose. Ariko turi hano kugira ngo duhuze ibitekerezo, hanyuma ibyo tutarashyira muri no technology tukazagenda tubyongeramo. Murakoze cyane. Gil, if you have more additional elements, please go ahead. It is okay?
I have a few comments on if farmers can write to us as a technical team, not only in technology, but as an agronomist. I didn't get an opportunity to introduce. We have another app. We have another mobile app called AgriTrials. It is most specifically to help farmers ask any question they have on the field in real time. We have a verified agronomist who can provide also a real-time solution to any question a farmer can get. So in Smartinput, there is a link that connects farmers to AgriTrials immediately, where they can post any question they have using Smartinput. Not only Smartinput, but on their farm on a daily basis. We will also add, as you suggested, WhatsApp number of one of our agronomists, so they can also immediately contact us using WhatsApp. So I think others are about features we are also planning to add. And there is a question about, if I remember well, a patent and the copyright of this solution. I would like it to let you know that we already have a patent from RAB. Thank you. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much, Gil. Reka noneho munyemerere duhamagare Madame Hélène Mukayuhi kugira ngo nawe atubwire imbamutima z'abahinzi. I would like to invite a farmer representative also to give her a remark. In the meantime, if you feel like you can have a coffee, you just step out a little bit, grab a cup of it, and then we continue the program together.
Murakoze. Nkuko nababwiye nitwa Mukayuhi Helena, ndi umuhinzi, umujyanama w'ubuhinzi mu murenge wa Gataraga muri Musanze. Abahinzi rero mu ikoranabuhanga twakoze igerageza dufatanije na Agri Research. Abahinzi bashoboye kubyishimira, ariko mu by'ukuri abenshi ntago bazi ingano y'ifumbire cyangwa inyongeramusaruro zigomba gukoreshwa muri ubwo buhinzi bwacu. Abenshi dukoresha inyongeramusaruro nyinshi, abandi tugakoresha inyongeramusaruro nkeya, kandi ibyo byose bigira ingaruka ku muhinzi. Iyo inyongeramusaruro zikoreshejwe nabi zigira ingaruka iyi ngaruka ya mbere umuhinzi ahita abona ubwe ku giti cye ni ugushora akabura umusaruro. Ariko abashoboye kuza muri ayo mu mirima shuri twakoze ku mirima no ku mirima ntangarugero dufatanije na Agri Research, bo barabibonye bakaba ubwabo bifuza ko byasakara mu matsinda yatwigira muhinzi, kuko ariho abahinzi benshi bahurira, noneho abahinzi bose bikabageraho. Muri izo ngaruka rero hari ingaruka zo gushora bakabura umusaruro, hari ingaruka ku buzima bwabo iyo inyongeramusaruro zikoreshejwe nabi, cyane ku miti, urumva ko umuhinzi ahagirira ibibazo ku buzima. Hari n'ingaruka ku bidukikije. Ya mafumbire, iyo umuhinzi yashizemo ifumbire irenze urugero, igihingwa gifata ibyo gishoboye gufata, ibindi bikabimfabusa. Imvura yagwa ikabitembana, ikabijyana mu migezi, amafi agapfa n'ibindi. Noneho na ya miti tuba twakoresheje nayo igira ingaruka ku binyabuzima bimwe na bimwe, ndetse n'abahinzi turahahombera, kuko iyo miti hari udukoko tuba mu butaka dufasha umuhinzi twitwa inshuti z'abahinzi, natwo turapfa. Ugasanga abahinzi twahuye n'igihombo, ibyonnyi byabaye byinshi. Ariko umuhinzi, kubera ko nyine rya koranabuhanga tutararimenya, ritaratugeraho twese, tugashakisha impamvu y'ibyo byose, kandi umuhinzi azi ngo yakoze ibishoboka byose, tukabibura. Ikoranabuhanga rero nirigera ku bahinzi bose, izo ngaruka zose zizashobora guhagarara. Cya gihombo umuhinzi yahuraga nacyo nabwo kizahagarara, umusaruro uziyongera. Muri ibyo byose rero, icyo abahinzi icyo Agri-Research yadufasha nk'ikigo kitwegereye, ni ukwegera abahinzi mu matsinda ya Twigire Muhinzi, ku mirima ntangarugero, mu mirima shuri, cyane ko iyo abahinzi babyitabiriye bakabona, tugatangirana gutegura umurima tukageza mu isarura, byose babikurikiye, igisubizo barakibona, nabo bakazaja kubyapurika iwabo. Ikindi kinshimishije numviye aha ngaha, ni iriya application igiye gushirwa mu matelefone. Nituba turi kumwe n'abahinzi tukabibasobanurira, nta muhinzi wakwanga kubikoresha, kugira ngo buri wese amenye icyo yagomba gukora kugira ngo abone umusaruro. Nk'abahinzi rero turashimira cyane Minagri, turashimira RAB, turashimira na Agri-Research, kuko ituba hafi ikatugira inama. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane. Brief and precise. Thank you so much for the for the testimony. For her, she started by saying they did a trial of this already, as they are working the same area, and she appreciates a lot the results. And also the issue was about mainly on application of fertilizers. So they could apply a lot, and as a negative consequences, they invest a lot and they harvest less. And again, this it has a negative impact not only to farmers' lives but also to natural ecosystems. So she believes that the moment this technology is adopted by farmers, it will contribute to reduction of those challenges. To end up her speech, she mentioned that it would be very appreciated if Agri-Research can continue to reach out individual farmers in their respective areas and see if they can adopt the technology we are talking about. She thanked Minister of Agriculture, Rwanda Agriculture and Development Board for their contribution, and also thanks Agri-Research for their continued support to smallholder farmers. Thank you so much. Munyemereye rero twakomeza tugana ku wundi mwanya. I would request you to allow me to continue with the program, the agenda, but feel free to grab a cup of coffee and as we are continuing. So on the agenda, I would love to invite Dr. Alexandre to come and speak on behalf of the University of Rwanda for this particular occasion. Thank you so much and welcome, Doctor.
Hello. Good morning. I can see it is still in the morning. You are even very good in keeping time. I will start with a very simple question. Which sector, administrative division in Rwanda has more agronomists? Very simple. I will not give marks as a lecturer. Feel free. A sector as an administrative division having more agronomists in Rwanda. Am I clear? Yeah, very good. Lambert is always good. Yeah, Lambert is very good. Yeah, Busogo has more agronomists because it has that College of Agriculture over there. So similarly, Busogo has also more agricultural experts. All the PhDs, masters, all those highly qualified people in agriculture, they are there over there in Busogo. So it's then with no surprise that agri-research has a root at Busogo. Join me to thank agri-research. When the principal of the College of Agriculture, Dr. Nyagatare Guillaume, asked me to represent him in this meeting, I had a very busy agenda. I was on another assignment, but I said I have to create time because I heard it was about agri-research. Agri-research Limited, I was impressed. It was a former student club. Please clap for them. From a student club to a company, that is what we really need. That is why we are training people. That's why we're training future experts. Congratulations, agri-research. I'm also very happy because from the very recent statistics that I got, 30% of unemployed youth, they did agriculture in Rwanda. All the numbers we have of unemployed youth, they did agriculture, 30% of them. They studied agriculture. So which means agri-research Limited as a company, you are contributing to reducing the number of unemployed youth. Another round of applause for you guys. I spent like 7 years disconnected from the agriculture system in Rwanda because I was traveling around for several reasons out of the country. But when I came back, I called Professor Diambaji, who was the VC that time, that I'm coming back. He knew I was very aggressive in such innovative ideas. The first assignment was to put in place for the University of Rwanda an incubation center for the students who are there and those who finish there to get hands-on skills. It didn't take me that much time. After like 2-3 days, for me 3 days, they are okay for me to produce a concept note for that high level. So I came up with what I called Agri-Clinic and Agri-Business Incubation Center. It's ACABIC. I put the concept over there, which gained the college attention, which gained the university attention. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was taken to another position. Lambert knows. was taken to lead RAP. Then the idea kind of slept. But luckily now I'm back to the University of Rwanda. Such innovation ideas, they are going to do what? To boom, boom, and boom. So agri-research, you will be my partners. That incubation center is expected to help CAVM and also serve as a model for the University of Rwanda to put on a market graduates that can really solve the real problems, like the agri-research. These are the productive ones. And the center will also help the university to valorize its resources, labs, so many infrastructures, professors, lecturers in terms of PhDs from Harvard, from Cambridge, from everywhere. So we want to take advantage of such skills available and try to see how we can produce more high quality graduates and also train those ones that are outside who really needs hands-on skills. And that should be business oriented. Okay? So then, it's a pleasure for me, in the name of the College of Agriculture of the University of Rwanda, in the name of Dr. Gyomi Nyagatare, the principal, to take part in this event. It's also a pleasure for me to enjoy the fruit of our efforts. These members of Agri-Research, they are our products. So congratulations CEO and the team. And there's something I liked. I tried to look around. You have also some current students. This beautiful girl is my student. She's doing year 4 in crop production or horticulture? Crop production, yes. I know I taught her entomology, I taught her perennial cash crops, right? And the several things including pesticide science and technology. So this app then, it's a tool also to help them gain hands-on skills. I'm also very happy because very recently, I think it was 2022 ending, I did a consultant's job with Jamari, with SNV supporting RICA and Minagri to come up with a strategy for pesticide management in Rwanda because it's an issue. And one of the problems we identified that needed a prompt solution was the labels that are in foreign languages. It was not easy for me and for the team to know which way we can borrow to solve that. Now Agri-Research came up with, how do you call it? That kind of, is it QR or what? Yes. Is it QR or barcode? Yes, that barcode, you just take a photo and you have the language you like. That is the magic. Congratulations. I don't know how people knew that I was coming to this meeting. I got a very important call from a decision maker, and I told him that I'm coming for this meeting, and I had went through the app, and I found such striking solutions. So your product is palatable, your product and the idea is noble, it is needed, and don't have a fear. We are all here to help you sell it. And what is also impressive, it is the app can gain a market beyond the Rwandan boundaries. Even you can add Lingara. Is it in Lingara? You see? We are going Goma and the whole Eastern Congo. So that's a very smart, it's a smart idea. So that's what I have been telling people, my colleagues, my students, that there are very few deals that we can trust. The first one, as someone from the academia, is training future experts. That's a sure deal. As long as they have that capacity to learn. And then no one can access the university without that capacity. We have a very rigorous system to examine them. You leave primary school, secondary school, lower level, upper level, you go through a very strict screening process. So that means for us, we start year 1, the different levels that you know, we are sure that after year 4, we'll have such high quality and first grade product like agri-research. Please help me to thank them. So Agri-Research Limited, the activities you are doing, the output and outcomes you are achieving, they are a true sign and they speak by themselves, and it's a confirmation that URCVM is achieving its mandate of training expert. Help CVM to thank you guys. So what you are achieving is really appreciable, and UR is an achiever from what you are doing, and allow me to conclude by saying that you are the future we want. You are the sign of the true generation we expect. Keep up the spirit. The sky is the only limit. Thank you very much.
Let us again give Dr. a round of applause for the insightful message. I have assigned our director of extensionist to translate for Helen. I will not go back for Kinyarwanda. I know people who are following online, they are all good with English. So we are heading to the end of our day. But before we go to the concluding remarks, I would recognize the presence of Riaf, if he's out. Okay, yes. So let's continue. Maybe we will come back to them. We don't have the speaker from MasterCard Foundation because they are still sleeping. So we chose to skip them. The time zone is not friendly with us. So let's go to the representative of Ministry of Agriculture for his her closing remark. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I would like to thank you all for coming and to really relay the great interest at the Ministry of Agriculture in having someone being present in this meeting. Closer, like that. Okay. So, so I'm sorry, I'll speak English. I'm still trying to learn Kinyarwanda. As I was saying, there is great interest, and the request to attend this meeting actually came from the minister. And unfortunately, the chief digital officer was actually assigned a different meeting, and that's why I'm here. And we are in touch, and you know, she's following on what the progress is. It is interesting to see the progress that you're making. Abdu, I know you from the Food Fellowship. Yes, I'm also an alumni of the Africa Food Fellowship. And so it's interesting to see the translation of ideas into actionable research and to actually see the feedback that is coming from the farmers, you know, saying that we are able to use this technology product. Maybe to give a brief background is that we know we are heading to the 4th industrial revolution, and this is going to be a technology-focused revolution. And so it is important for the agriculture sector to be able to consume digital and technology products. And specifically here in Rwanda, the presidential and national strategic priorities are actually focused on a digital agriculture transformation. And so digital transformation is actually a priority, and the government cannot deliver on a digital transformation alone. It requires a very concerted effort to connect the government, regulatory and policy processes to the private sector innovations and to the private sector and the innovators. And it's really interesting to see such a gathering here. I can see the connection between your innovation and the research sector and the representation from RAB and the support and huge backing that you're having from the private sector and development partners. And so I feel that this is a good mix that represents how we should approach digital transformation. And maybe to communicate a little bit about the digital priorities at the ministry is that we are trying to streamline the approach to digital technologies innovation. And ideally, this is to say there shouldn't be a disconnect between the private sector and the agri-innovators developments and what the government is doing. One of the ways that we are hoping to strengthen or to bridge that gap that is there right now is to make sure that the private sector and the innovators are able to consume the data and the systems that the government is developing. I wanted to mention, and it was mentioned, that there's already ISOCO that has market prices, but we are also developing what we are calling the one true source registry of farmers, their crops, and livestock. You know, having farmers at the center of a digital agriculture transformation. And one of the things that we are hoping to do is to make sure that this data is available to innovators to build on top of that. So making sure that you don't have to go through the rigorous process of doing field data collection to really profile or determine the areas where your investments or your innovation is best suited for greater success. And so what I would encourage is that, and I wrote to you and I said, please send us a link, let us review the app, let us give you feedback. We have a full technical team, a very young group of interns that we are working with from CMU and ALU that we'd like to test the app so that we can give you feedback and say these are the potential areas of collaboration and integration that we see possible. And maybe also to mention that at the higher level, we are organizing something called the Ministerial Roundtable, bringing together the MinAgri and the MinICT minister together to engage with agri-innovators, and I would encourage you to participate so that we begin understanding what is happening in the innovation ecosystem, because that is the only way we can better interface with what the innovators are doing and to better have the government having a data-driven approach to responding and to providing services to the private sector and innovators to thrive, for your innovations to thrive, for you to access the resources you need to grow. And so I'm sure we are going to connect after this. It's really been exciting to hear what is happening, to also see that the majority of the people in this group are young people, and to also see a representation. I try to look at both representation in terms of gender. It's good to see women speaking also. So I look at all those factors and I feel that you're ticking a lot of boxes. So I would say congratulations, keep up the good work, and let's do a follow-up after this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are ticking a lot of the boxes, so we have to sustain that. Yeah, it's true. Everyone who has opportunity of saying something, we all came back to investing in young generation. It's working with young people. It is just a joy. They are very quick, skillful, energetic, brave, everything. So simply, young people are the trustee of prosperity. So we're going to continue working on the app. We've taken note of everything, and we are ready to improve. Thank you so much. Before we close, we would love to have a group photo. Maybe the camera team will indicate. Yes, in the back. We have a group photo, and then we go for lunch. Thank you so much. Protocol can help us to arrange the photo. God bless you so much.